So
it's
can
great.
we talk about what wasn't too awesome?
What?
Why they have to do my nigga Venom dirty like that? Now, let me tell you this. I ain't hating on Crona. I actually fuck with Crona hard body in the manga. So it's not like I'm not super disappointed. This was just another one of those matchups where I was like, come on. I can understand them doing this with the more obscure characters. Like, listen, I don't give a fuck. I know a lot of people like Cable, but people just know of Cable from either the video game or lightly from, whatever shit. Like, no, bro, most of the fan base that like Cable did not read no fucking comics.
Mhm.
That's my opinion. So you have a character like that get smoked by Booster Gold, it's like, oh, whatever. But we're talking about Venom. He's second to fucking Spider-Man, my nigga. And that's nothing light. And you gonna put him in a match, you know he's gonna get murked.
Yeah.
See, this is my thing. When they talked about them, I was dumb hyped because I was like, "Oh man, they're gonna make this a show." And then I was reminded when they started talking about Shorty or he, she, whatever, Crona, and I was just like, "There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Venom's the man, but there's no way." We were talking about no easy money, but that's not even. Come on, it's not the same.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think this was just a weird matchup.
He didn't even turn his symbiote into like a sniper to try to shoot her. Nothing creative like that. He just they talked about his versatility, but he ain't do nothing super unique. I don't know. Maybe that's not in Venom's nature.
I agree. It's just a weird matchup. I mean, they've been doing that a few times lately with
It was creepy. I kind of
I get it, but I'm also like because they're both because Ragnarok is kind of symbiote-esque. It's this thing that kind of takes over their body. I mean, it's interesting. I thought it was cool, and then the second they said Sonic Screech, and I'm like, oh yeah,
and they try to say like, all right, he's not as weak to it as like we know it. Like it's not like if you just clap a fucking symbol in front of him, it's he can resist. They talked about that, but come on, this is a fucking anime swordsman character we're talking about. It ain't the same.
Not only does that, an edgy anime swordsman character. Those are the most powerful of all.
And then they even said, like, Carnage and Venom both got smoked, like that. Carnage gave it up, but it was the same thing where they just got outminded. And it's like, come on. Like, I don't want to see Venom get outminded. I want to see him get outsmarted or something.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a cool matchup where, that makes sense. Because he's not mad smart.
If they wanted to do something with Soul Eater, I think they could have done it with Ashura, like the Kishin. They could have done Venom versus
against who?
Against Ashura.
The mummy dude.
Yeah, the mummy guy, because he's super powerful, but he doesn't have
power itself, right?
Yeah,
that's what it was. It was the Screech.
The second I saw that, I was like, "There's no way they're gonna let him."
But Venom couldn't break through either. I think that was the point. I think Venom was just probably just a more capable fighter and had not even opportunities in situations they probably thought he would get the kill. They just didn't because of durability.
Have you done Mr. Fantastic versus Luffy yet?
No. Oh no, I think I saw a little mini death battle about it, but Mr. Fantastic would lose.
What do you mean? He's really smart.
Now he would because of the
gadgets and shit.
He would lose because Mr. Fantastic is very smart, but he's no fighter, not the way that Luffy is, and his powers.
He's not a gadget guy either. It's not like he has a whole arsenal of weapons that he usually uses or something like that. It's just it would be a weird ass matchup.
Yeah, and it's also his powers don't work the same as Luffy's, where all Mr. Fantastic would kind of have in his arsenal is his fists, and he feels pain, unlike Luffy. Luffy doesn't feel blunt pain unless you're using haki.
Thank you.
So he either he doesn't feel any punches ever. So he could and he's way more durable than Mr. Fantastic is. So I don't know. It's a bad matchup. They should put Luffy against somebody though. I'm very fascinated to see what they do.
You know who I'd like to see Luffy against? Plastic Man. It's not even because I feel like Plastic Man would beat him. I just think
it's closer.
It's a better concept because it would just be cool because you've got a brawler stretchy guy with somebody who thinks really outside the box and it can, make his body malleable and stuff.
I like that.
I don't know.
I think it's a better matchup than Mr. Fantastic because Mr. Fantastic's not a fighter.
I think hockey is just something they need to kind of.
It doesn't have to be rubber people.
They got to do a death battle where they talk about hockey. They haven't scaled it to anything because as far as I see it, that's what it's like. The kind of like if I hit you hard enough for hockey, it doesn't matter who you are, I can hurt you. Like even if you're fucking Proteus from X-Men or something, or whoever. That's how I look at it. Like
hockey's like an armor.
Cap it.
Yeah, it's like an armor. So it's like putting
armor and like a suit and like a kind of like a nullifier too.
But only for people of the devil fruit variety. Like it wouldn't necessarily work against other like people from outside of their universe. That doesn't.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I feel like hockey would be used in a sense to like hurt someone. All right, let's say if you, for example, you used to fight someone like Stephen Strange. I feel like, no, would hockey be able to catch spirits? That doesn't really make sense.
No, hockey is
not the armament anyway.
Hockey's one of those powers that's specifically geared to the world it's in. Like the most it can do to just like people who don't have devil fruit powers is that it is an extra. It just makes your fist extra hard. It's like basically Colossus
power.
Yeah. I mean, but there are also other aspects. You can see the future, and you can like intimidate people to death.
All three with a good devil fruit power in total, you could, they could scrap probably, the best of them. But anyway, wow.
That was our death battle discussion.
Yeah.
But with that being said, let us.
R.I.P. Venom, though. Damn.
R.I.P. Venom.